Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Meredith, he's got it. The tight end Allen.
To number 80. It's a gain of a yard.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To throw on third down. Meredith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
7-yard line.
The Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, Meredith. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. It's a pickup of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on second down. Meredith underneath, caught by the tight end Allen. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looking to throw. Meredith. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Meredith looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the gun, Meredith looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
He's checking.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf. 96 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 31-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Meredith. And to the right side here, it's Allen. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Meredith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The first carried out for Tony Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Meredith on the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain.
These two teams all tied after 1. Looking to throw on second down. Meredith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 26. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Run for Pollard. And a short gain here down to the 22. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Ravens on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Meredith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Third down.
Operating from the gun. Meredith, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 59 yards. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those 2-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucks have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. To throw on 2nd down, Meredith. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Meredith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Operating from the gun, Meredith.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meredith, he'll run it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Meredith. This is caught.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw on second down, Meredith. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
A 20-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Ravens 10.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit close.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. So, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucks with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Bucks to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
1st and 10.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Back to throw again. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Now it's no back on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat. And the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
A loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this one through the uprights and good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. It's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On 3rd down, Meredith. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards. yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over.
4-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf. 66 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
An extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down, it's Pollard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2 yards on
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Meredith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Meredith, and that'll be incomplete.
Meredith
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw on third down. Meredith rolling to his left. He can, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Buccaneers have it.
The quarterback keeps it. A fumble on the play.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
At the 38-yard line.
Now back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyron Met. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The second down pass.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now? Our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate get it.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meredith. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Meredith. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And that is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
The quarterback sacked. A loss of 5.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Down at his own.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Fielded just inside the 30. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DK Metcalf, 67 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1 play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, Meredith, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, Meredith. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Throwing on first down, Meredith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Meredith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
To Tony.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Meredith under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Meredith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucks.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A gain of 32 that time.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Back to throw here. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They're going to look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bucks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucks, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.